What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to loop in the Raccoon City Police Department map in Dead by Daylight. So if you have any issues in this map, stick around and check out some of the tips and tricks so that you can last longer in chases. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, here we are at the Raccoon City Police Station map in Dead by Daylight. What I'm going to do is try and explain to you some of the loops, some of the best parts in the map to loop the killer to be chased. And after that, I'll show you some clips on how I implemented it into an actual match. Alright guys, as you know, this map is very big, but try to divide it into two parts. You've got the right side and the left side. And here in the center is what connects the two sides together. This is a very, very important part of the map. Think of the middle part of the map as a giant loop that you can use to waste the killer's time. When he gets really close, that's when you make your move. You either pick the left side of the map or the right side of the map, depending on where you are in that situation. Since the killer is very close to me right now, it is time for me to make my move. So I'm gonna pick this side of the map where I have this vault and this great loop that I'm gonna show you guys how to use. So the best way to use this loop is to vault the window from the inside out and then run down the hallway to your right side after you vault the window. The killer will have to vault the window and lose a lot of time when he does that. When you go back into the room, you want to run through the side where the pallet is at so that you can get the false vault again. And then after you vault, take the same path to the right side of the vault. You can use the same vault 3 times before the entity blocks it. Once that happens, what you can do is go back into the same room because you have a pallet inside that you can use. Just loop the killer around the desk and use the pallet whenever you have to. You can try and use this loop the opposite way, but you have to be very careful because there is a locker right next to the vault, and if you press the vault button way too early, you'll actually get into the locker instead of the vault. And at that point, you're dead. Okay, now we're going to be going the opposite way. We're going to be going counterclockwise in this loop, and when the killer gets very close, we're going to go into the left side of the map. We are not using this pallet in the middle just yet. That's if the killer is way too close to you. So what you want to do is fast vault this vault here and get into this loop. This is a very strong loop with a very strong pallet. You can loop the killer here about 3 times before actually dropping the pallet. But of course, everything depends on what killer you're going up against and if the pallet is even there, because towards the end of the match, maybe that pallet is no longer available to you. Alright, let's go into the library because there's an awesome loop that you can do here. Okay, you've got a vault here. You can drop down from there, and then you got the other vault on the other side over there. So if the killer is coming for you, what you want to do is come to this vault here. You can come all the way to the end to get a fast vault. And then what you want to do is look straight up and wait for the killer to drop. If the killer doesn't drop, then you can wait a little bit of time. Just make sure you look at the right side as well because they can drop from that side and not from the vault. So if the killer decides to drop, what you want to do is go back up the stairs and take the same route. It'll give you enough time to fast the vault again and not get hit. And then you just keep going in circles until you can't vault that window anymore. Now, I know what you're going to ask. What if the killer is way too close to you and you can't make it to the far vault? Well, that's fine. Just use this vault here. And what you're going to do is go right back up the stairs. If the killer follows you through the vault, it'll give you enough time and enough space to get to the far vault again and use that loop one more time. Alright, now, this map is full of chains that you can use. This is one of my favorite ones. What you want to do is be in this room and then go counterclockwise, drop the pallet, and when the killer starts breaking the pallet, come over here to the left side and vault this window. What you want to do is after you drop, go back into this room by fast vaulting this window, and you are back into the same loop that we were talking about at the beginning of the video, which you can do for about 3 times before the entity blocks it. This is a great way to loop the killer or to get to the spots that you really need to get to. Again, when you're up on the top of the stairs here and you vault this window, the killer has to either vault the window or go down the stairs, which takes a lot of time, and it gives you enough time to go back into that room. Okay, now let's talk about this pallet here in the middle. If the killer is way too close to you and you have to drop it, Pay attention to what side of the pallet you're on. If you're on this side, you can make your run right away and not wait for the killer to break the pallet. Now let's say we're on the opposite side of the pallet. You don't want to make your run. If you make your run, the killer can catch up to you very, very quickly. What you want to do is after you drop the pallet, wait by the pallet. The killer will have to make the first move. If they try and go around the desk, you stick by the pallet. You do not cross the pallet until the killer is actually on your side of the desk. Then you can vault the pallet back and forth depending on where you want to be. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and if you want to see the matches, go ahead and check out the link in the description. It's going to be the very next video.